You gotta be kidding me.
All right, Dad, you ready for this? The world of autonomous vehicles, they are coming for you. But we had another roadblock. Yeah, another Cruise autonomous vehicle roadblock occurred in San Francisco. Cruise, GM's autonomous driving subsidiary, has been struggling with some growing pains as of late, although the Cruise autonomous vehicles have covered more than 500 million miles. That's incredible and counting. The vehicles have been involved in a few mishaps, including an accident with injuries and stopping in the middle of an intersection. Now a few Cruise AVs were captured blocking traffic in San Francisco once again. You want to watch the video?
Well, stuff happens apparently, huh?
Yeah, they just need a restart, it seems. So we've got another example, Dad, of our autonomous overlords eventually dictating. What's your take on this? I love your takes.
Well, do you have to shut it down and reboot it? Will that clear the problem? You know my take on autonomous vehicles, and I know everybody out there, well, not everybody, but a lot of people out there go, "Oh, come on, Ray, it's the future. It's going to make things safer." Okay, well, you let me know when that future actually arrives. And I know that maybe I'm not the greatest driver or drive as well as I used to, and maybe an autonomous vehicle could drive better than I do. I don't know, but there's just certain things. You're not prying my hands off of the steering wheel when I'm in a car. It's just if I'm the driver, you're not prying my hands off of the wheel, and I don't want to be in a car that doesn't have somebody's hands on the wheel. So
let's go to the chat here for a quick second, Dad. Justice says, I had an autonomous vehicle behind me today. It was uncomfortable. There was no driver in the car. I saw Justice internally talking about this. Pretty wild experience, although he also follows it up with, what we just saw with Cruise is the least of your driving issues in San Francisco. And sadly, I think that's an accurate statement.
Yeah, that's probably very true. Yeah.
Okay, Pops, getting your extended warranty from CarEdge, what do you need to know?
You're getting the same warranty you get at any dealer, just for a lot less.
CarEdge.com/warranty.
All right, Dad, I've seen some of these videos over on TikTok. I've seen it on Twitter a little bit, and then I saw this article, and I just think there's some interesting things going on at Hertz. From time to time, there's some, how do I say this? There are some companies that we can rely on consistently to help us make sure we're producing good content. Carvana, thank you.
Yes.
Ford, your quality issues, thank you.
Yes.
Hertz is another one. All right, guys.
Yes.
Hertz parking lots are filled with unrented Tesla Model 3 and Model Ys. If y'all remember, Hertz had the big campaign. Tom Brady was involved, the whole 9 yards. They're going electric. The whole thing, this was post-bankruptcy, everyone. Post-bankruptcy, they were going to resurrect themselves because they were going to be the company that you would rent a car from, and it would be a Tesla and EV. And now they're all just sitting there, and Tesla also just slashed the price by 10 to 20%. Not a good time to be at Hertz. Poor Hertz, right?
And where is it? I think in the San Francisco Bay Area. If you would like to rent one of those Hertz electric vehicles, it's $400 a day. $400 a day. Tell me that's not a ridiculous amount of money so that you can drive around and save the planet. And then don't forget, you have to recharge that son of a gun because you can't bring it back with less charge than what it had. And then one of the complaints that a lot of people have had with their Hertz rentals is that most of them aren't even charged all the way when you get into it to begin with. It's just, it was a great gimmick. It was a great gimmick. If I were somewhere and I needed to rent a car for a couple days, okay. Yep. And I had no idea like where charging stations were or this or that or why would I do that? I know it's pretty easy to find a gas station. They're just about everywhere, probably except when you need one. But
I hear you, Bob.
There are many more gas stations that are easily found than, say, charging stations. I don't know. It doesn't surprise me that the public hasn't taken to Hertz and their electric vehicle strategy quite like Hertz had thought. Maybe they should report all those vehicles as stolen.
Cadillac Escalade owner gets warranty voided after refinancing. And thank you, Justice, for bringing this up this morning. It was an interesting read. But so somebody bought a very, very expensive 2023 Cadillac Escalade-V. Let me read this here. A few months later in January. Yeah, go ahead, Ray.
I was going to say they financed it through the dealership, I guess probably through Ally, more than likely. And they, a few months later, went and refinanced it at a lower rate. They didn't transfer ownership. They just got a cheaper loan on their vehicle. And if I'm not mistaken, this is one of those specialized vehicles that when people buy them, they sign a form that says they have to hold on to it for a certain period of time. Mm-hmm. And if you don't, it will void your warranty.
Yes.
Now he's got issues.
And quite frankly, to me, he went ahead and he refinanced. Then there was an issue that came up. So he takes it to the dealership and guess what? They're telling him that the warranty was blocked. So to me, it sounds like one hand wasn't talking to the other hand because there was no transfer of ownership. He simply refinanced his loan. That's all.
Yes. Didn't get a new title, didn't do anything. And it sounds pretty heavy-handed to me on behalf of Cadillac to put a warranty hold on that vehicle because the customer who bought it went out and refinanced his loan. This is, I think, what they call either collateral damage or unintended consequences of some of the programs that they put in place. They wanted to prevent flippers, people who buy these type of vehicles and turn around and sell them right away for a large profit. They wanted to discourage that. And so they have these customers sign these forms that say they have to hold on to it for a certain period of time. And if they don't, then it voids their warranty. Well, this customer, he's holding on to it. It's his. It was his when he bought it. It's still his today, except that they've been fighting for a week with the dealer and General Motors trying to get them to correct the situation. This poor gentleman didn't do anything wrong other than lower his monthly payment for, I won't say it's an overpriced vehicle from General Motors, but for this specialty vehicle from General Motors. This is exactly a situation of where the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing.
Exactly.